What's going on, everyone? It's Mike again here, back with another fabulous video for you to check out. We're taking a road trip on Highway 395, and in this video we're going to be talking about all the lakes that you can easily drive to in the Eastern Sierra. Now, all these lakes are going to be awesome for fishing, hiking, getting outdoors, and enjoying some awesome scenery. So stick around, make sure you watch the video all the way until the end because we're going to have some fabulous information at the end and throughout the video as well. A couple things I want to talk about before we head up to these awesome destinations. All of these lakes and locations that we're going to be visiting are going to be considered high elevation. If your body is not used to this type of environment, you can get altitude sickness. And what is altitude sickness? Well, I'm glad you asked, because that's where your body is put at this higher elevation and you can be experiencing nausea, dizziness, headaches, and I can tell you from experience, it is not fun to get. And bear with me as I explain the second warning, because guess what? We're going to be entering bear country. Yeah, that's right. Lots of wildlife to be seen with an occasional sighting of some bears. So if you decide you want to leave your cooler full of food and a bear breaks into your vehicle, well, then that's going to be entirely on you. I highly recommend investing in some bear-proof containers. If you decide you don't want to do that and Mr. Bear breaks into your vehicle, well, good luck explaining that to your insurance. Let's get on this road trip. We're going to start this journey near the city of Bridgeport, and then we're going to make our way south into the city of Bishop. This will be more of the heart of the Eastern Sierra and Highway 395. Now that I've got your attention, let's start with driving through the town of Bridgeport. We're going to head into the Toyabe National Forest. We're going to start this list at Upper Twin Lakes in Mono Village. Now, the lake does rest at an elevation of 7,100 feet and offers countless outdoor activities for you and the entire family. Now, there's something for everyone here. Whether you're enjoying fishing, hiking, boating, hunting, water skiing, swimming, sunbathing, or just relaxing, the atmosphere here is truly enjoyable. Now, Upper Twin Lakes is home of the California state record brown trout, weighing in at 26 pounds and 8 ounces. And Mono Village does frequently stock Upper Twin Lakes with 2 to 4 pound trout throughout the season. While we were there checking out the place, we did notice a well-stocked grocery store, cafe, a cocktail lounge, and even a gift shop there. Head on over to the boathouse. They have all the fishing knowledge and tackle that you need, including fishing license. This is where you can rent your fishing boats and pontoon boats for all your lake enjoyments. If you're wanting to stay around for a few days, there are motel rooms, and they offer a 300 space campground and trailer park with all the facilities that you may need, including showers, restrooms, and laundry rooms. No reservations are taken on dry sites or hookups. All sites are first come, first served. Mono Village offers both boat and shore fishing from the last Saturday in April through October 31st annually. And as we make our way, we're going to take a quick drive over to Lower Twin Lakes. Between the Upper and the Lower Twin Lakes, I got to give it to the Lower Lake. This was just an awesome scenery right here. Fishing is phenomenal. I happened to see a bunch of trout just swimming along right there in the marina. Went into the general store. They had lots fully stocked, had some tackle going on in there as well. So if you need some tackle, head on over there. Definitely no short supply, as you can see. If you're looking to stay a while, there is a resort, and the resort does offer 8 cabins, 30 full hookup campsites, and a full-on service general store, bar, deli, and marina. Also in the area, they have excellent hiking, even a natural hot springs and some rock climbing. And again, just like the Upper Twin, you got hunting and some off-road trails. So if you're in the area, it's definitely well worth it to check these lakes out. Heading back on Highway 395, we're going to make our way through the town of Bridgeport and head on over to the Bridgeport Reservoir. Located just a short distance north of Bridgeport on Highway 182, this is a man-made reservoir that is fed by the East Walker River and quite a few creeks as well. Below the dam on Bridgeport Reservoir is the beginning of the famed brown trout fishery on the East Walker River. Bridgeport Reservoir offers 2 privately owned marinas and campgrounds. You got the Bridgeport Reservoir Recreation Area and you got Paradise Shores RV Park. As well, there's plenty of public access along the shore for fishing and as well as for launching your boats and float tubes. Now, Bridgeport Reservoir does offer quite a bit of variety of fish that are in this reservoir. So for instance, if you want to go do some fly fishing for rainbows or for brown trout, you can definitely do that. And as well, they do offer Sacramento perch and carp in the lake. There is the largest brown trout to ever come out of the Bridgeport Reservoir, which weighed in at about 22 pounds back in 2000. So if you're driving along 128 or in the town of Bridgeport, check out Bridgeport Reservoir. Great place to go catch some fish with an awesome Eastern Sierra backdrop. Heading south on 395 and reaching the Conway summit, we're going to make a right on Virginia Lakes Road. And at the end of this road, this is where you're going to find two awesome lakes. You got Big Virginia Lakes and you got Little Virginia Lakes. Now both these lakes offer superior fishing with some awesome scenic views. If you have a couple of moments, be sure to head into the lodge. There's an awesome restaurant as well as an awesome tackle store inside. Virginia Lakes Resort does have some personal memories for myself. About 25 years ago, these were the first lakes that I was introduced to in the Eastern Sierra. If you decide to book a cabin and stay here at the resort, the cabins that are offered here are rustic to luxurious with a great amount of wildlife for your viewing pleasure. And just a short drive or a nice hike away from Virginia Lakes, you have Trumbull Lake. If you're looking to do some powerbait fishing, this is an awesome destination to check out. And if you just want to get away and do some camping, they offer a great campground. Looks like you can pull in your RV or camping trailer there and have yourself a great time here at Trumbull Lake. Next up on the list is Lendy Lake. Lendy Lake is one of the most overlooked and easily forgotten drive-to lakes in the Eastern Sierra. Hidden in the foothills above Mono Lake, most folks pass by the lake on their way to Bridgeport, Levining, or on the eastern entrance to Yosemite National Park. If you decide to skip this lake, you're going to be missing out. This 100-acre lake offers some solid fishing with the general usual crowds. This man-made lake is long and rather skinny and offers a boat dock and lots of easy shore access. Just a fun fact about Lendy Lake, back in the 1800s it used to be a gold mining town, and now today it is a full-on resort. If you're up for an adventure, make the hike, and there you're going to find some old gold mining machinery. If finding gold in history isn't your thing, then heck, check out some scenic views. Driving on Highway 120, better known as Tioga Pass, we're going to drive to one of my favorite lakes on this list, and as well as the inspiration for this video, we got Saddlebag Lake. Driving up to Saddlebag Lake, you're going to be rewarded with some scenic views. I do have to mention that road conditions are paved to unpaved roads, but don't let that scare you. We rented a Toyota Camry and we managed to get to all these lakes just fine. Located at over 10,080 feet above sea level, Saddlebag Lake feels like you're on top of the world. The landscape may not be as scenic as some of the other lakes on this list, but the lake is a hub surrounded by some of the best fishing and hiking in the Eastern Sierra. Saddlebag Lake was created in 1919 and is the highest drive-to lake in California. While the lake itself does offer solid fishing and hiking, throughout the year you are pretty limited because a higher elevation of this lake makes the seasons here a lot shorter than most places. But the waters that lead to and from the lake are world class. Now the lake is home to some great brook and golden trout fishing. Saddlebag Creek flows out of the dam and is home to some solid brook trout fishing and is great on high mountain stream scenery. And don't forget, there's plenty of campgrounds here at Saddlebag Lake. Also not to leave out, Saddlebag Lake does offer a ferry service to get you across the lake so that way you can be in some high country lakes and streams and fish for some golden trout. Making the descent through Tioga Pass, we're going to get back on Highway 395, make the turn on Highway 158. Our next stop on this road trip is going to be Grant Lake. Grant Lake is the largest and easily overlooked lake in the June Lake Loop. This 1,100-acre lake is more than 3 miles long, which allows plenty of room for all sorts of outdoor water activities. When it comes to the scenery here at Grant Lake, it does tend to lack a little of that. Not too many trees around here, and it's not as green as some of the other lakes on this list, but who cares about the scenery, because you know what, the fishing here at Grant Lake is superior to none, so make sure you get those rods and reels out here. Shoreline access around the lake is easily accessible, so lots of great fishing spots here at Grant Lake, and Grant Lake is one of the best spots for motorized water sports like water skiing, wakeboarding, and even jet skiing. So if you're looking to do some fishing, do some water sports, Grant Lake can definitely accommodate you for all your water needs. Camping at Grant Lake is going to be Saturday in April through mid-October. The campground by the marina offers 70 sites, showers, restrooms, water, and sewer. However, there's no electrical hookups for your RVs. And just as a side note, if you plan on operating any water skiing, wakeboarding, or any personal watercrafts, those have to be operated after 10 a.m. Driving into the city of June Lake, we're going to be making a stop here at June Lake. June Lake is a 320-acre lake and is one of the largest lakes in this region. June Lake is very popular for trolling for big rainbow trout, With the species of trout that are in here, expect to catch some big cutthroats, rainbows, and brook trout. Brown trout do make the occasional appearance as well. Trout fishing season opens the last Saturday in April and runs through November 15th. The lake does have a few boat ramps and marinas. Helps to launch that awesome boat that you have. When it comes to float tubing, kayaking, or sailing, a very popular outdoor activity to do along this 1.5 mile long lake. To enjoy some of the amenities like the swim beach at June Lake, there will be a small fee. If you like that awesome mountain scenic view, then you know what? Then relax and dip those toes into that June Lake water and get yourself an awesome mountain tan. As always, don't forget to visit the town of June Lake, support small local business. Jumping back on Highway 395 and making the turn onto Highway 203, we're going to be heading into the town of Mammoth Lakes. One of the first lakes that we're going to be checking out here in the region is going to be Lake Mary. Now, Lake Mary is kind of the star of Mammoth Lakes region. Out of the 11 lakes in the area, Mary is the largest and most developed. Lake Mary's campground is a large facility with plenty of amenities in and around the lake. The lake does provide a great base for activities like fishing, viewing waterfalls, hiking, and backpacking. Unfortunately, swimming at the lake is prohibited. However, there are some nearby lakes that you could enjoy a dip in the water. Next up in the Mammoth Lakes area, we got the breathtaking Twin Lakes. The lake does offer camping with some breathtaking scenery, and as well as many outdoor activities. You can do some fishing, boating, viewing waterfalls, and go for a hike. The lake does offer swimming, so if you want to take that dip in this cool water, go for it. Just a little fun fact about Twin Lakes, these are the lowest lakes in the Mammoth Lakes Basin. On one side of the lakes, you have lava cliffs that were formed by the eruption of Mammoth Mountain, and on the other side of the lake, you got the campground and the lodge. If you forgot the bug spray, sunscreen, or ice, there's a general store that's in the local area. Departing from the city of Mammoth Lakes, we're going to make our way to our next location. Driving on 395, we're going to make the turn onto Convict Lake Road, and at the end of this road, that's where you're going to find one of the most popular lakes on this list, and that's going to be Convict Lake. Alright, we're going to be spending a little time here at Convict. We got some history coming up here about the lake. Convict Lake and the creek got named because of an ambush that was encountered here on September 17, 1871. That's when a group of inmates escaped from the prison in Carson City. Sheriff George Hightower eventually caught up with the convicts, and that's when a shootout took place. Robert Morrison, a Benton merchant, and Mono Jim, along with others, formed a posse and confronted the convicts at present Convict Creek. Back in those days, it was known as Monte Diablo Creek. In the encounter, Robert Morrison and Mono Jim were taken out. The convicts escaped and were eventually captured later in Round Valley. The towering peaks above the lake were renamed Mount Morrison. The smaller one below was renamed Mono Jim. During the summer months, Convict Lake does get extremely busy. So from June until the end of September, be prepared for those crowds. If you're looking to take an awesome picture with an awesome scenic backdrop, then Convict Lake will definitely be able to accommodate you on that. Because of social media, this place has gotten extremely popular over the years, but if you like taking those Instagram photos, reels, whatever the case may be, this will definitely be the place for you. The 3-mile hike around the lake is extremely easy. Be prepared for it, you're going to get some awesome views. Not too far from the lake, there is a resort. Appeared to have some nice cabins and a really nice restaurant around there too. Haven't eaten there, always want to check that out. Let me know if you've been into the restaurant there. Also, the general store that was in the vicinity was well stocked, had a lot of great stuff. Even picked up some souvenirs while we were there. Convict Lake is great for fishing, boating, or just taking a casual stroll around the lake. And not too far from our last location, right on Highway 395, we're going to make the turnoff to Crowley Lake Fish Camp. Crowley Lake Fish Camp is the only lake on this list that requires an entry fee. Now, this happens to be one of my favorite lakes that I love to go fishing at. Lots of shoreline access, fish here are extremely big, hard-fighting brown trout, a lot of big rainbows here, and they even have Sacramento perch at this lake too. When it comes to the boating scene, you could definitely do all the water sports such as kayaking, water skiing, wakeboarding, wake surfing, jet skiing, and even stand-up paddle boarding. The lake does offer a full-service marina with 200 plus private slips, a fleet of 90 rental boats, rental cabins, full hookup RV sites, dry camping sites, and a superior tackle store. Back to the fishing here at Crowley Lake. Throughout the season, there are certain rules and regulations that need to be followed. Make sure that you're up to date with this knowledge to avoid that citation. As always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Always love to have new subscribers. Get that bell for all notifications as well. And with that, let's head on over to our next location. Another lake that doesn't have the best scenic views, but does offer some great fishing with no crowds, is going to be Pleasant Valley Reservoir. This is going to be the first and only lake on the list that's going to require you to do a little bit of hiking from the parking lot. If you don't mind putting in the footwork, you're going to be rewarded with some awesome fishing. The walk to Pleasant Valley Reservoir is at a slight incline, and it's about 2/10 of a mile to get to the dam. The dam does offer superior fishing, but if you're feeling adventurous and want to continue the trek, then have at it. Lots of fishing, lots of shoreline access for you to go fishing and enjoy a day at the lake. If you decide you want to make that hike to the dam, you're going to see that Pleasant Valley Reservoir isn't the prettiest of all the lakes here. But don't let that fool you, because this is a true tailwater of Lake Crowley. If you decide that you want to launch your float tube or kayak at the lake, be prepared to walk with your equipment for just over a mile. You can fish Pleasant Valley Reservoir year-round. However, during winter months, you're going to want to bundle up because it does get cold to freezing here. In fact, float tubing the winter months can be phenomenal here. If you decide that you don't want to fish Pleasant Valley Reservoir, there is a wild trout fishery right below the dam. Just note, if you do fish any of these wild trout fisheries, proper rules and regulations must be applied. Back on the awesome Highway 395, we're going to be making our way through the town of Bishop. Going to do a quick stop here at the bakery, and then we're going to head on to our next location. Just about 20 minutes outside of Bishop is going to be Lake Sabrina. The lake does offer some scenic views that will not disappoint. And who would argue? I mean, check out this scenery, right? Now, there's quite a few things that are special here at Lake Sabrina. One of them happens to be the dining. The Waterfront Cafe at Lake Sabrina is one of the only lakeside eateries in the Eastern Sierra and operates Memorial Weekend through September. So before you head off to the lake to do some fishing, grab yourself a hearty breakfast, or if you had a tough day at the lake, then eat away your sorrows with the juicy burger. The lake does offer boat and kayak rentals. Also, not too far from the lake will be cabins and RV sites. If you're looking to spend the day with the family, I highly recommend Lake Sabrina. But you know what? Don't let me influence your decision. Go check this out for yourself, and I promise you will not be disappointed. Taking a short drive through the mountains and not too far from our last location, we have the pristine South Lake. Now, South Lake is a beautiful high country lake located on the South Fork of Bishop Creek. When it comes to the species of fish here at South Lake, the lake does have rainbows, brooks, and golden trout here. The shoreline fishing here is pretty awesome. However, a float tube, kayak, or a boat would be more ideal. If you're looking to stay a while, then check out the nearby Partridge Resort. They offer 6 different cabin styles to fit your needs. If you decide that you want to rent a boat, just know that you're going to have to take a small hike to the boat dock. Other than that, enjoy your day on the water. Alright, let me know which one of these lakes was your favorite that you enjoyed. As well, let me know in the comment section if your favorite lake did not make this list. Hopefully, if we get enough participation, we can do a part 2 of this awesome Eastern Sierra drive. And if you made it this far into the video, I just want to give a big thank you for watching the video. It is very much appreciated. Well, I really hope this list helped you out to create your own out all day adventures. So if you don't mind giving me a solid thumbs up on the video, that would really appreciate it to help me bring more content to you. And until next time, stay calm and get outdoors.